Hello, Fear the Meerkat here, and welcome to the next episode of the thing it says on the screen there. Anyway, if you remember last time, we've just arrived on Frigis, and it's time to transport down onto the planet. I like this little map it's got of
beam down coordinates selected.
Beam down coordinates. They are where you're going to. That's cool.
May the Lawgiver's spirit smile on you. I am Chancellor Larak. Welcome to Frigis.
Thanks.
Thank you for letting us beam down. I'm Commander William Riker of the Starship Enterprise.
Except for Aramut, we have not had Outworld visitors since the Lawgiver brought us here. I have thousands of questions to ask, but I will do it at another time. How can I help you, Commander Riker?
We're looking for information about the fifth scroll your Lawgiver brought here with him.
Why are you aliens interested in our scroll?
It may be the only way to prevent a civil war back on Garrett. Can you help us?
I am afraid not. I am only in charge of the civil government. That is a religious matter, so you must ask the leaders of the sects for help.
It's only been 1,000 years since the Lawgiver left Garrett. Has your religion had such serious splits in so short a time?
Sadly, yes. Even before the Lawgiver's death, his disciples began to disagree over the way his writings should be interpreted. They each made a copy of the fifth scroll that emphasized their own particular biases over all the others.
That must have been confusing.
It was worse than that. The Lawgiver became disgusted with them and hid his original manuscript, vowing that no one would find it until the sects learned to cooperate.
From the way you're talking, I guess they never have.
An accurate appraisal. The Lawgiver said he left the keys to the scroll's location with each of the sects. But so far, after centuries of feuding, all the sects have done is formalize their competition into the Declaratory.
The Declaratory?
Yes, a series of philosophical contests the sects hold every decade. The winner has the right to collect some prize from the loser.
I wonder how long it normally takes for Leslie to have a spit like that. I would have thought 1,000 years is actually a relatively long time.
What are these pyramids?
The pyramids are relics of an ancient race called the Chodak. They were here long before we arrived from Garrett. Each sect adapted a pyramid to serve as a transporter to their temple.
We've heard of the Chodak, but it's rare to find evidence of their presence in this section of the galaxy.
Oh yes, the Chodak Empire was vast indeed. Like the Lawgiver before me, I have made extensive studies of their culture. I am actually considered something of an expert in the translation of Chodak runes.
Well, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
I must return to my other duties now, but I will monitor your progress as my schedule permits. May the spirit of the Lawgiver guide your steps.
For some reason he's always there exactly when you need him. You'll see what I mean later.
May the wisdom of the Lawgiver ring sweetly in your ears. I am Songmaster Stamblier, leader of the Chanters. Chancellor Larak told me to expect you. How may I help you?
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. We constructed this chamber to optimize its acoustic effects.
You don't really need to ask that, but Riker will ask it at the end anyway if you skip over that question, so...
What is this place?
This is the practice hall of the Choir of Holy Intonations. Here we grow the pluvoids and perfect their chants.
These pluvoids seem to be some form of plant life. Do they actually understand what they're singing?
Not really, but they have beautiful tonal quality. That is important for holy chants.
Why do you call yourselves the Chanters?
Our founder, Ifnik, believed the path to true enlightenment lies in singing. We grow these pluvoids and train them to sing holy songs. By focusing so deeply on the eternal mysteries, we gain a clearer insight into the nature of religion and salvation.
I reckon he could have guessed that they're called the Chanters and have things that chant because their religion is based around chanting. But never mind.
Your instrument seems to be broken. What's wrong with it?
Oh, we lost its sonic redigitizer to those discordant seekers in the declaratory many years ago.
You can never find a sonic redigitizer when you need one.
Why is there one hole that doesn't have a gold ring around it?
Oh, we lost that ring to those discordant seekers in the declaratory many years ago.
Are you sure you didn't just drop it down the back of the sofa? When I lose something, it normally turns up there.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
If you didn't lose it in the declaratory...
What is wrong with the copy our sect has?
We need the original for historical research purposes.
Oh, I see. I do not think I can help you. Our sect has lost so many items in the declaratory that I doubt we would be very good treasure hunters. But some of our chants go back for centuries, even to the days of the lawgiver. Would you like to hear one?
Not that much. Unfortunately, you kind of have to. I love the way that Data and LaForge are just staring in the exact opposite direction to where Mike is talking to the most important and only person in the room.
That's a very generous offer. I would love to hear your pluvoids sing.
We are happy to oblige. This chant is called The Futility of Wisdom.
Thank you for letting us hear that. It was very enlightening.
Since you enjoyed it so much, I shall give you an orchestrion that will let you listen to it whenever you wish. And feel free to visit us any time. May the songs of the lawgiver bring you fulfillment.
It's a bit like when one of your relatives that you don't see very often gives you socks as a birthday present, isn't it? But I'll admit, as songs sung by weird green plants go, that was very pleasant. Well, I guess there's nothing much to do here.
The Gynarch of the Questers for Inner Strength. Chancellor Larock warned me about you.
I'm Commander William Riker. Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. It stimulates our contemplations.
What is this place?
This is the Grand Penatorium, where my subjects meet to become more disciplined and more firm-willed.
Your regimen sounds quite difficult.
It is. Only the most dedicated can accomplish the regime. What about you? You would be a good candidate for discipline. If only I still had my scepter of light.
I'm going to ignore the slight, overtones there. If you don't know what I mean, then just be happy that you don't know what I mean. And move on to the next question.
Why do you call yourselves the Questers for inner strength?
Our founder, Plague-Gu, believed that the outer body must suffer to make the inner soul stronger.
Ouch.
Only by learning to deny the sensations of our outer bodies can we make our spirits free.
Why do you have a force field inside your temple?
There is a Chodak transporter pad behind it that the lawgiver frequently used during the last years of his life. We want to preserve it from prying eyes.
Maybe the original fifth scroll is back there. May we investigate it?
I have no desire to share my temple's treasures with aliens. Those horrendous seekers took it from me during the last declaratory. I would give anything for it. We are planning revenge next time.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
My people have always looked inside themselves for their strength. We have never cared for external things to aid our spiritual quest.
Thank you for your time.
In that case, I wouldn't have thought it would bother you
wasted
that
enough of
much. Very rude woman. I wouldn't have thought it would bother her that much as she lost things in the declaratory, considering the fact that her sect isn't really into external thingy-bobs. Well,
It's a pretty sturdy plant.
yep, that's why I stand it. Find out how sturdy it was. Not because it's a completely alien plant life, but I wanted to know more scientific things about it.
May the lawgiver's spirit grant you wisdom. I am Arch-Rashan Natchel, Chief Assistant to His Exalted Prominence Elant of the Seekers. Chancellor Larak told me to expect you. How may I be of service?
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. It pleases us.
Doesn't really look like a temple. It's sort of outdoors.
What is this place?
It has many names. It is usually called the Hall of Triumph, but recently some have called it the Path of No Return.
That's two. What are the other names?
Why is this normally called the Hall of Triumph?
Our sect has been understandably successful in the declaratory contest. This is where we keep the prizes we have won, safe in our vault.
That vault there.
When did this start being called the Path of No Return?
More than a month ago, our leader Elant vanished through the Door of Enlightenment. He has not returned.
What is this Door of Enlightenment you mentioned?
At the end of this path is a door no one has ever opened. No one before Elant, that is.
Why hasn't anyone opened this door before?
There is a gatekeeper who jealously guards the doorway. He asks a series of questions when anyone tries to pass it. And if the person does not answer all the questions appropriately, the gatekeeper will not let him pass.
What is the gatekeeper like?
It is a very advanced device with strange, almost telepathic powers. Some say it is holdover Chodak technology, and others say the lawgiver had something to do with it.
Isn't it possible that the original fifth scroll might be hidden on the other side of the Door of Enlightenment?
I suppose so. But why should we risk our safety when we have the true copy of the scroll anyway?
So I guess you're not going to help us find the original then.
Why is your group called the Seekers?
Our founder, Baranam, believed that the path to enlightenment lies in searching for the truth. We are humble in our ignorance. Only the truth will free our souls.
I have to say, that does actually make more sense than we need to hurt ourselves to find spirituality, or we sing a lot. Those don't sound like great bases for a religious sect, really.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
I can let you see the true copy made by Baranam, our sect's founder.
True and copy is kind of an oxymoron, really.
Alant must have given the gatekeeper the correct answers. Do you know what they were?
No, he would not let me go with him. I saw the door open for him, and I saw him enter. He has been gone a month now. He is very probably dead.
What do you intend to do about this?
We will have to hold a council to select me as the new leader. If you will excuse me, I am very busy right now.
Yeah, that's why you were just standing there when we first arrived. Well, looks like we're talking to the gatekeeper. Walk back. Good.
Come no closer. I am the gatekeeper of the Door of Enlightenment. You must answer my questions appropriately to determine whether you are wise enough to proceed. Those who answer inappropriately will be punished if they attempt to pass.
Ask me your questions.
By what right are you here?
You have to sort of approach these questions in the right kind of way. Try to think about it philosophically and think about what he's actually asked. He is asked, by what right are we here? He hasn't asked by whose permission are we here. He hasn't asked what laws have we set up that let us arrive here. Or if you really can't work it out, then just go for whichever one sounds the most ignorant, basically, the one that sounds like you have no idea. Like this.
For all I know, we may not have any right to be here.
Then you have already started to learn. How can the sects be made to cooperate?
I have no idea. That would take a better diplomat than me.
You appreciate the complexities of the situation. Why are you here?
This is one I sometimes get wrong.
I'm not sure of that myself.
Questioning yourself is an important step on the road to knowledge. Who are you?
This one's pretty easy, actually.
Everyone plays so many roles in life. It is impossible to label.
You understand the fundamental paradox of existence. To know that you know nothing is the beginning of enlightenment. Your answers prove that you are ready to admit this. You may pass through the door.
Fortunately, other members of the crew don't have to. But technically, Nachos, or whatever his name is, could go through here right now as well if he wanted.
Somebody's trapped in there. This is a stasis field with a living being trapped inside. The controls still work. The tricorder can't read it. It must be a very obscure language. I don't think it's a good idea to play with controls we don't understand. We could end up doing more harm than good.
Since Chancellor Larak is an expert on Chodak runes, he might be able to translate the sign.
I like the shimmer effect here.
May the spirit of the lawgiver strengthen you. Have you had much success in your search?
We found Aelant, but he was trapped inside some sort of stasis field. Have you ever encountered anything like that?
Thank the lawgiver you found him. I was worried about my old friend. No, I have not heard of such a field, but it is probably Chodak in origin. We still find many Chodak devices here, and they are often operational, even after all these years.
Can you help us free Aelant?
Without knowing how to operate the device, I have no way to assist you.
There was a control panel with a sign near it. We couldn't translate the writing.
The lawgiver made a great study of the ruins and developed a Chodak Garidian translator. I will upload it into your tricorder. Perhaps it will help you save Aelant.
Thank you very much. This may be an enormous help.
Aelant is my friend. I do hope you can free him. But if you will please excuse me now, I have a planet to govern.
And yet you were standing there exactly when we needed you. Also, we'd be in serious trouble if we couldn't read Garidian writing. We'd then need a Garidian to English translator.
That was something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's not as sturdy now as it was. It's probably bad form for me to laugh at my own jokes.
It worked. We now have detailed instructions on how to operate the control panel.
I don't know why I was able to scan it from over there. You could clearly hear that it was already scanning, and then he needed to walk over here to say that.
By the lawgiver's wisdom, what is happening here?
I'm Commander William Riker of the Starship Enterprise, representing the United Federation of Planets. We're visiting Phrygia by permission of Chancellor Larak. I presume you are Aelant, exalted prominence of the Seekers.
I am indeed. This is all most peculiar, but according to my studies, the lawgiver expected us to have off-world visitors this year, so I should not be so surprised.
How could the lawgiver foretell our coming in this particular year?
He was a prophet. Prophets are supposed to foretell things.
I guess that makes sense.
Are you feeling all right?
Thank you for your concern. I am feeling a little dizzy, but I think it will pass.
What is this place?
I scarcely know myself. I only came through that door a few minutes ago, and I've not had much chance to look around. I suspect this is a room built by the Chodak, the original inhabitants of this world. Their ruins are all around us.
I know it seems like you were here only a few minutes, but it was much longer. You've been trapped in a stasis field. Time actually stopped for you.
I see. It was a rather disorienting experience.
Do you remember what happened?
When I entered the room, I saw a pair of talismans sitting on that rock. I climbed down to get them, but as soon as I touched them, alarms sounded and I just lost consciousness. Then you were here when I awoke.
You've been in stasis over a month from what your assistant Natural told us.
Natural? That devious Dromefex is probably plotting some way to take over my position. I must return to the temple as quickly as possible. How can I thank you for rescuing me from that stasis field?
Thank you for your generosity, but a reward isn't necessary.
The customs of my sect compel me to show my gratitude. Here are the talismans I picked up, as well as the key to our vault, which holds the trophies we have won in the declaratory over the years. You may take up to 3 items to help you in your mission.
Thank you. We'll try to use your gifts wisely.
Please excuse me. The effects of the stasis field have worn me out. I will rest here a while and then return to my temple. I'm sure I must have been missed.
And in the next episode we're going to be deciding what to take from the vault. But I think that will do for now. See you next time.